my channel. Today's video is about what kind of foods are best to put within your macronutrients to lose weight on keto. Okay, so you start keto, you start low carb, or you've been on it for quite some time. But usually this type of conversation happens when people are just starting out, because some people have this preconceived notion that if a food stays within their macros, then you should be okay and you should lose weight. But the problem is, guys, there are foods and then there are junk foods. Just because your protein is set for a certain number every day and your carbs are set for a certain number doesn't necessarily mean that you should be eating a food that would fit within your macros but aren't necessarily going to work for you. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's just say for lunch, you're driving around, you don't have anything with you, and you're like, all right, I saw on Feliciannurse's Facebook page, somebody stopped at Wendy's and had a bunless burger. Awesome. I do it quite often, to be honest. If I'm out on the road and I have nothing to eat, Wendy's for me is a great option because they have really good quality beef and it has some good fat in it. And if you get it without the bun, because there's sugar in it and high carbohydrates, you're okay. But could you eat the bun? Could you eat a side of fries as long as it fits within your daily macros? I guess you could. Would I choose to do that? No. Because why? Those foods and many other foods, low carb cookies, Quest bars. I know I'm going to get hate for that, but Quest bars. Just because they might fit in your macros doesn't mean they're good food for you. A hamburger bun, a Quest bar, continue on. They're processed. They're not natural foods. And while a burger from Wendy's might sound like a processed thing, it is beef. It is beef. And there is no filler, per se, in a Wendy's burger. And guys, I'm sorry. I got an itch. I'm a little, what's the word I want to use? I'm a little, it's a very difficult topic for me to talk about because I tell everybody all the time, as long as you stay within your macros, you're going to be fine. Problem is, I have some people telling me that they're staying within their macros, but they're not losing weight, they're gaining weight, and why? And then when I look at what they're eating, I see things like, I'm just going to give you the examples. Alcohol, high sugar, high carb. I see low carb bread. Yeah, it only has a couple carbs per slice, but read the ingredients. I also see Trader Joe's makes cookies that are all natural, but they're high in sugar and high in carbohydrates. And again, while they will fit within your macros per se, they're not beneficial for your body to make ketones. Okay? The whole point of being keto adapted or getting into ketosis is for your body to use up the glycogen stores and switch over to using fat as energy. You want your fat stores on your body to be used. Now, when you eat things that stay within your macros but don't allow that switch over, it's not going to help you. So you could stay within your macros by adding a hamburger bun in now and then, but it's not going to allow your body to burn the fat. Does that make sense? It's almost like, hold on, my hand is killing me because I'm in a weird angle. It's almost like going to a gas station, putting gasoline in your car, and then deciding when you're running low, when you would need to refuel again, to add something in there like, I don't know, iced tea. Iced tea. Why would you put iced tea into your car when your car is burning fuel? When you want your body to use its fat stores for fuel, when you want to lose pounds and you want to lose inches, you have to do whatever it takes, okay? You have to do whatever it takes. If that means cutting out a food group, you do it. If that means you can't have that bowl of pasta on Sundays at 2 o'clock when your family is having dinner, you don't do it. It's a choice. And again, I know I've said to so many of you, get your macros straight and whatnot. But the problem is the research isn't being done. I can guide and I can tell you in a video what I think is appropriate, but it's ultimately your responsibility to do the research. I feel like, some people love the idea of indulging once in a while. Yeah, I'm going to go out this weekend and get drunk and have cake and all that other stuff. And then 3 days later, they're like, oh, I'm up a few pounds. I don't know what happened. This is not working for me. It's all choices, guys. And they're not easy. I'm not saying it is easy because it's not. But the longer you stay focused and stick with this, the easier it gets, because you're burning fat for fuel, you're making ketones, you're not looking for glucose anymore. So your sugar doesn't go up and down, up and down, up and down. You feel great. It's easy that way because you're feeling a certain way. It's easy because you start to see inches going away. It's easy because your clothes get looser. It's easier because you get complimented. It's easier because you see your goals being reached. Does this happen overnight? No. Does it happen a month from now? No. This is a commitment that you make to yourself, and it's, in my opinion, a lifelong thing. You can't, or I shouldn't say you can't. It's so tricky to put it in words. You can't not go back to eating glucose and expect the results that you're getting. Now, that's a whole other video, because people say to me a lot, hey, you're really informative and I'm doing everything the right way and I'm still not losing, and, I'm becoming discouraged and things like that. And again, I ask to see their food intake, what they eat, and there's always something deviated. It could even be one day, a refeed. You know what? Oh, I had pizza that day, but it was only a little bit. Or I ate the cheese off the pizza, but I ate the crust. There's always something. And it's like, I just want you guys to remember, it's all choices. You can choose to have that, but then you have to understand that there is going to be something after, a stall, a weight gain, something. You're boomed out of ketosis. Something's going to happen when you don't follow the plan the right way. Does that make sense? So, I'm going to say it again. You just have to stay focused, guys. Get your macros straight. Make sure that the foods you eat, even though they may be within your certain macro allowance, make sure they're the good, whole foods that allow your body to use fat as fuel and not store glycogen and use that. Best advice. And if you continue down that road, you will lose weight. You will lose inches. More inches than weight. That's just how it is, because this is a muscle sparing way of life. Your body is not going to eat its own muscle or use its own muscle for energy like some of the other low carb diets do. This spares your muscles. So while you lose inches, you're going to maintain your muscle, and therefore the scale doesn't move down as quickly. But you will notice inches. I promise. Stick with it, guys. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. And let me tell you something, and this is going to be the most cliche thing I've said in a long time, but it is true. If I could do this, you could do this. Stay focused. I love you guys. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Find me anywhere. Instant message me. Instagram, Facebook. Follow me everywhere. And I always answer. Always. I get messages at 2 a.m. from people outside the country. I answer. Always, always answer, you guys. I'm always here for you. All right? I only want the best for you. So stay focused, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.